I gotta say, this is the 75th year, the 75th anniversary of the beginning of the cover-up, that extraterrestrials are visiting this planet by the United States government and obviously other governments of the world. But for the most part, the United States government, they've been successfully covering this up for 75 years, keeping it a secret, acting dumb about it, pretending that they don't know what some of these objects are that they've been reported on in that Pentagon report from last year. I mean, even though it's part of a slow disclosure, they're not coming right out and saying that it's extraterrestrials. Now, just recently, I was talking to a person I view as a very smart person, and actually, this whole cover-up, this whole stigmatization, which has been going on for the past 75 years, it's still working, because this person doesn't believe that there are extraterrestrials here. He doesn't believe that there's an extraterrestrial presence on this planet. And I gotta say, I said to this person, well. That's, a great job by the government, that you don't know this, that's the way you believe. And he took that as a dig. I was like, that has nothing to do with you. I applaud the government. They've done a great job. You just don't believe this. You don't think it's true. That's because the government has kept any kind of information that it has regarding this situation from the public. And so you got to hand it to the government. Congratulations. I'm clapping right now. Fantastic job. I mean, it's unbelievable the job that the government has done with this over 75 years. What a fantastic cover-up to keep this under the lid. And basically, apparently the aliens themselves, they don't want, they've been trying to keep their distance too. I mean, so the government's basically working with them. It's almost like they're a team when you really think about it. But my God, to keep this covered up for so long, for this many years and they had some close calls. They had, right back when it all started in 47, they had Roswell. I mean, something crashed in Roswell. It wasn't no balloon. Balloons don't crash, for one thing. And I'm not going to get into the whole story, but something crashed in Roswell that was extraterrestrial. And starting from that point on, this thing has been, they've covered it up. They've kept this under the lid. I mean, there's millions upon millions of people who just don't accept the fact that there's an extraterrestrial presence here to this day. Now, unfortunately, the thing is, you could live your whole life and never see one of these craft flying around, right? I mean, I got lucky back in 94 when I saw one, so I know up close and personal, right? I saw one of these craft, so I know that there's something here, right? I know it wasn't made by humankind. Right. I mean, if you would have saw this thing, the way it moved, there was no sound. So I know. Not only that, but I've had some other experiences too, and I've talked about in various podcasts. So I'm lucky. If I didn't have these experiences, I might not be interested in this, and I just might be a dummy about this too. I might be So a lot of smart people out there just can't accept it because they need someone in Washington to step up to a podium like a 4-star general or a president, to let them know. I mean, they can't make up their mind on this on their own. They need the official word. So it really is a fantastic job. I mean, 75 years to keep this secret is amazing. I mean, especially when you think about all the water under the bridge here and all the different incidents that have happened over the years. But see, unfortunately, it's been very difficult to come up with that physical evidence. It's if nobody ever came walking into the police station, holding an alien up by the scruff of the neck and saying, "Look what I found." So you didn't have that. There was no. Every time, usually when these things crashed, I mean, there's different, not just Roswell, but there's been other purported crashes over the years, and the government moves in, doesn't let anyone near it, and then they take the thing out and say, "Oh, it was just nothing. It was a meteor." Or something bogus, and the press buys it. The press never looks into it. The mainstream press, anyhow, it's usually, it's always usually, independent researchers that, get somewhat close to the truth. But yeah, I got to say, they have done a fantastic job. This secret group within the government since the 40s, since 47. So you're talking 75 years now. Now, it seems like we are part of this slow disclosure, but at the same time, in a way, they're still acting stupid. Okay, the government still, we don't know what they are. It could be Chinese or Russia, or maybe some of it's natural phenomenon. Right? So they're still acting somewhat stupid, but they already have proof from themselves from these crashes and stuff, obviously. I mean, if you've researched this subject, you would know, right? If you read the various books over the years that have compiled all kinds of different reports, and you would know that the government's been lying about this for a long time. They deliberately created a stigma to try to, make the people that, so then if you saw a UFO, that means you're either crazy or you're someone who pulled off a hoax, or you're just a dum-dum who misidentified as something prosaic, or it was just simple weather phenomena and you just don't know the difference. So that's why a lot of people don't like to report that they saw a UFO over the years, because there's that stigma. So this person I'm talking about here, who the other day made this statement, that thinks this is, he doesn't believe it because it's just the distance is involved, and because this is the stuff the modern our scientists up to right now say, oh, it's just too far, there's just you have the Neil deGrasse Tysons out there, Bill Nye the science guy, basically people like that, and the debunkers are basically they've been useful idiots. So not only has the government been great, this secret faction within the government, not only have they been great in keeping this thing covered up, but they've also been great in allowing for the emergence of these debunkers over the decades, and the useful idiots, basically, like deGrasse Tyson, Nye, the science guy, Carl Sagan, the late Carl Sagan, the late Philip Klass, who made a living basically going around debunking UFOs, coming up with any kind of stupid explanation. Mick West, I mean, again, all useful idiots for the government that allowed for that. So they not only they were actively involved in the United States government actively involved in debunking this subject throughout the decades. They also had these useful idiots, who have been doing the same, for no government pay, just doing it because they're figuring out ways to get paid themselves for this. But you know what I'm saying. So yes, the government for 75 years, they need to be congratulated. Wow. I applaud them. Now that person thought I was, making a personal dig at him. I was like, no, it has nothing to do with you. The government's done a great job. The government's done this to you. I'm not saying you're a doofus. I'm just saying the government's done a great job. That means I'm not saying everyone out there who doesn't believe this is a doofus. I'm just saying that the government's done such a great job over this, so they need to be applauded. They really do. Because actually, folks, it's real. Whether you believe that or not, or you want to accept that or not, there's something here. There's a presence here. Now, maybe I'll get proven wrong at some point, and it turns out to be maybe it's not extraterrestrial. Maybe there's something that's been here the whole time. We just don't know about it. Maybe there's beings living under the sea, some non-human intelligence that's more advanced than humans has been living under the sea for all these years. Or maybe they're interdimensional, right? Whatever, right? Okay, then if you somehow at some point, but I come forward with that kind of proof, then okay, then I'm wrong. However, I'm going to stick with the extraterrestrial hypothesis because that's what I think they are. I think they're coming from other planets, and I think they're just so far advanced than we are that our scientists can't imagine. They can't even dream. They can't even speculate. We're so not even close to their technology that they can't even speculate how they're getting here. Not yet. We're just not there yet. We're just not smart enough to. But we are smart enough ourselves to get out into space. We have stuff going out in space all the time. There's people living out in space right now, right? So it's not like it's impossible. We're starting slowly. 100 years ago, traveling in space would have seemed like a pipe dream. Would have seemed impossible. But look, we've been there for a while now, actually. So again, congratulations. This has been 75 years of a cover-up of the stigmatization policy, and it has worked. You guys need to be congratulated. There needs to be a great party. Somebody there, you guys should have a big party, I'm telling you. 75 years, for the 75-year anniversary of the stigmatization program and the cover-up, maintaining the, keeping people basically keeping people stupid about this. You know, I don't know how you did it for 75 years, but you did. Now the aliens again have something to do with that too. Now you can't take all the credit because they obviously they don't want. You know, if this alien hybridization thing that some people believe is going on, you know, if that's they don't want humans to know about that. So you're actually helping them. So you know they're helping you actually keep the secret. But yeah, you did a great job of keeping the world dumb. I mean, for 75 years, dumb on this. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Great work. Great job. Great job. You guys, should be smoking big cigars and having a few drinks because, my God, fantastic work. Fantastic.